Welcome. I want to welcome you to yet another episode of Unpopular Questions. It's your boy Jalen, and I understand it's been about a month or two since I've done this. I've been slacking on Unpopular Questions, but I'm back with another episode. I appreciate everyone that sent me questions. I did ask for a lot of questions, and I got a lot of questions from a lot of people. I'm not going to answer all of them, or we'll be here for an hour, but I do appreciate everyone that sent me questions. Appreciate everyone that continues to watch, or that's here. Question number one: what are your thoughts on the new Tyler Perry studio? I want to say first, congratulations and shouts out to Tyler Perry. I think his studio is not only is it great, but it's groundbreaking for African Americans, especially African Americans in cinema. We don't get a lot of African Americans don't get a lot of opportunities, especially opportunities on different platforms or different, like, if you see African American, they might be like the villain or they might be like a thug or something. Now, we have seen in the recent years, a lot of movies, This Is Us, Get Out, the Black Panther. We've seen a lot of African Americans get mainstream opportunities, but we don't see that much. So I think this Tyler Perry studio grand opening is huge for the culture, for African Americans, for cinema in general. I remember clowning Tyler Perry for Medea, and just clowning like, yo, he doesn't make different movies. But little did I know, behind the scenes he was cooking. So, I want to say shouts out to Tyler Perry. I think that is huge. Congratulations on the new studio. It is huge. And it's beautiful. This is a lot. I think we're gonna feel this studio, and we're gonna feel this move for years and years to come, because this is huge. This is groundbreaking, especially for the African American community. What are your thoughts on the Summer Walker album? I thought it was good, man. She can sing. Don't get me wrong. She can definitely sing. She's a beautiful singer. I thought the album was really good. It's a lot of women empowerments and male bashing and male loving. It is what it is. At this point, when I go into an album, at first listen, I don't really care what you're saying. I just want to know if the music is good. And then maybe second and third listen, I'll go listen to the messages and stuff. But it was a good album, you know what I mean? So shouts out to Summer Walker. It was a really good album. Is Halloween overrated? I don't think Halloween is overrated. I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't really care about it. I don't think it's overrated. I think whatever you put into it is what it is for you. I'm not about to go out to no Halloween parties dressed in no Halloween costume. That's just not me. I don't celebrate it, but I understand for the kids, it's a good time to go out. Be safe with your families and everything, but I'm not gonna say it's overrated or not. I just don't celebrate it, so I don't really care about it. What is one of your greatest accomplishments? Recently. So for people that don't know, you should know if you know me, is that I want to work in sports. That is one of my dreams. I don't know if it's working ESPN or just working sports in general. And about 2 weeks ago, I got called by ESPN to work the Monday Night Football game with the Redskins and Bears, and that was one of the most surreal moments. I worked so hard, like it was such a surreal moment, man, and that's one of my biggest accomplishments. I was so proud. Of course, I have multiple, but that's one of my biggest, because for people that know, that was huge for me in my career. And what I want to do in sports. So there you go. What exactly does courting entail? Okay, so I think there's a difference between courting and dating. To me, courting is your goal is the end goal is marriage. Dating to me is you're really trying to figure each other out. Figure, is this really what you want to do? Figure, getting to learn one another. And courting to me is a little bit past the dating stage. While I think the dating stage is very important, I think courting and dating have to be viewed two different ways. Courting means, okay, we are on a mission or we are on a path to marriage. Dating is, let me figure this person out. Dating doesn't mean let me figure this person out while I figure out 3 other people. No. Dating is, okay, I'm gonna figure this person out. I'm gonna be, this is the person that I'm with. And once I know, okay, yeah, I wanna be with this person for the long haul, that's when the courting starts. That's just me. Do you think Michael Jordan would have beat Hakeem Olajuwon's Rockets if he would have stayed? Yes. A lot of people said that Michael Jordan didn't face a good center during his 6th championship run, but I combat with the Bulls was an all-time great team. The Bulls was one of the greatest teams of all time. So, yeah, Hakeem Olajuwon was doing his thing, but Kenny Smith ain't stopping, Ron Harper, isn't stopping Steve Kerr, isn't stopping, Jordan. So, yeah, I think Jordan, if he would not have retired the first time, I think he would have had 8 or 9 championships, and that's just me. How do you deal with conflict? For people that know me, I'm not an argumentative person. I don't like arguments. I'm not really with it. No, let me say this, actually. Let me say this. Arguments are healthy if you're not willing to listen to another person's point of view. A lot of people go into arguments trying to get their point across and their point across only. But if you go into an argument with your point as well as open to listening to other people's points and, having a healthy dialogue, even if you're angry, you can still have a healthy dialogue, then that's what I'm with. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll go into an argument like that, but I'm not with all that, yelling, rah, rah. That's not me. So how do I deal with conflict? I address it. I try to, and trust me, for people that have known me throughout the years, this has definitely changed. I used to be sarcastic as hell when it comes to conflict, but I've changed. That's just not me anymore. I still have my sarcastic ways from time to time, but I'm getting better. You know what I'm saying? But I address it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that you have to address conflict at the root. Sometimes conflict can't be, sometimes you might have to walk away and come back, but it's gonna get addressed in a mature manner. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna listen to you. Hopefully you're gonna listen to me, and we're gonna figure something out. Next question: what is your favorite Batman villain? The Joker. And no, I have not seen the new Joker yet. Hopefully we'll see that tomorrow or Saturday. I don't know, but I haven't seen it yet. But I am excited to see it. It's crazy. I've had either it was one of the greatest movies they've seen, or a great movie, or it was horrible. I've never had in between, so we'll see how it goes. How often should a woman pay for a date? I don't know if there's a certain, a number you can put on. If they want to pay, they can pay. But I also think that, a woman shouldn't have to pay. Neither should a man have to pay, but I don't really put a number on it. But if they want to pay, let them pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't, or if you invite them out, like if I invite you out, I'm already automatically expecting to pay because I invited you out. If you invite me out, that's something we can talk about. But if I invite you on a date, I'm already expecting to pay at the end of the night. Now, if it comes in the night and you say, hey, I got it, I want to pay, all right, cool, bet. But I'm not inviting you out expecting you to pay. That just doesn't make sense. Is it okay for a woman to be the breadwinner? Yeah. At the end of the day, we all want to work. My dream is to work at ESPN, or this is work in sports. I understand that if I marry a doctor, more than likely that doctor will make way more money than me, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not hating on, I'm not tripping. I'm not like, just because you make more money than me, you're the head of the household, or just because I make more money than you, I'm the head of the household. That's not how I see it. So if a woman make more money than me, hey, do your thing, bro. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So should a woman make the first move? Look, I'm gonna say this. Don't let love pass you by because you waiting on somebody else to make a move. Don't let opportunities pass by because you letting somebody else to make that move. If you're a female and you like a guy and he's not making a move, make a move. Like if he's a man and he's cool with it and he, maybe he might be focused on something else and might not be focused on you until you approach him. All I'm saying is, do not miss your opportunity of love or with love because you don't make no moves. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, now if he playing with it, then no, no. But there's a stigma that a man has to make the first move. What if he just doesn't make the first move? You know what I'm saying? Now if you make the first move and he just doesn't make both free throws, then hey, he lost the game. But don't let yourself lose love because you waiting on him to make the move, man. If you hungry, are you gonna wait for him to get you food? Like, come on, bro. Yeah, come on, bro. Upcoming plans for the podcast. Yeah, I actually have I'm trying to orchestrate this, get a couple of guests at once, have like a little round table for an episode coming up before the NBA season starts. Other than that, continue to build the jersey wall. Yeah, man, I got some things coming. Lord willing, I got some things coming. So, to tithe or not to tithe? Oh, I'm always tithe. Tithes and offering, I'm always doing that. Like that. In this house, in the house that I'm at, you gotta pay tithes and offering. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's biblical. Not saying that that's where all your money got to go, but God expects 50 or 10%, and He's getting at least 10%. So that's ain't none of this here without God. So, and I'm a very spiritual person, so He's getting His tithe. If you living under my roof, not only are you going to church, I'm not saying you have to go to the same church as me, but you going to church, you having a relationship with God outside of church, and you paying your tithes and offering. You're not about to block this house's and this family's blessing because you trying to be stingy with your money. That's all I'm saying. What is the biggest pet peeve in dating? The biggest pet peeve to me, my biggest pet peeve in dating is a lack of communication. I try not to date somebody. Now I'm single, by the way, so trust me, I'm not a love guru because I ain't even got nobody. But I know for me, one of the biggest pet peeves is if you're upset about something, tell me. I know I'm a smart individual, trust and believe. I am very smart, but I'm not the smartest when it comes to picking up hints. I'm not the smartest in just knowing what to do. That's not me. You have to tell me, you don't have to tell me everything, but I'm not gonna be able to infer on a lot of things. So I think that if you're unable to communicate with me when you're upset and even when, like, at your highest and at your lowest emotionally wise, then how do you expect a relationship to grow? A lot of people that I've been with, and I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people, they don't really value communication that much, and I value it. Like, that's one of my biggest non-negotiables. You have to be able to communicate with me, and if you're not, that's gonna upset me, like, for real. And I'm gonna tell you I'm upset because I'm working on communication as well. But that's one of my, be like, you come on, please communicate with me. Lastly, another one of my pet peeves is if you want to do something, tell me you want to do something. Yes, there's times when I'm gonna just randomly plan something, but if you want to do something like, yo, Saturday, let's go do something, then I will start planning. Now again, that doesn't mean you have to always do that, but if you with me, just be like, yo, let's go do something, then I'll start planning. Like, if you expect me to always just out of the blue plan something, that's not how my brain works. You know what I'm saying? So now again, I'm single, so maybe that's why I'm single. I don't know. But that's some of the biggest pet peeves that I have. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But that has been this episode of Unpopular Questions. I appreciate everyone that sent me questions. I do appreciate it. If I didn't get to a question that you asked, continue to watch maybe next week, the week before. I have a lot of questions, and continue to send questions. I want to thank everyone again. Please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. It really would. And until next time, much love.
There's nothing like the real thing. It's always got a little something. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. I've been wasting time on worldly pleasure, forgetting what I really need, yeah. Every day just chasing gold and treasures, till I got a flash of the truth. You know that open up my mind, fill me up inside, fill me up inside. Realize what's been missing. Turn me upside down. Turn me up right off the ground. Off the ground. Right back round to the beginning. Yeah, you know there's nothing like the real thing. Oh baby, it's always got a little something. Oh baby, it's close enough to get the feeling. It's a lot to give up all I got to, but all I want don't come from